Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Even though she cheated, am I in the wrong? So a little backstory. Me and my ex matched on a dating app back in October and started dating 2 weeks after. So obviously things moved way too fast. It was my first girlfriend, so I thought I was ready for a relationship, but she had a lot of experience, so I'm not sure why she moved so fast. I think she was bored. She told me when we were drunk that she wanted to be my first girlfriend, and I asked her the next day. Then she got me to delete the app and she deleted hers. She was always wanting me to post pics of her on social media, but she posted a pic on Insta of us when we first started dating and then was hesitant about tagging me in her pic. She then waited a few days to finally tag me. I told her I loved her after 3 months, which she couldn't reciprocate with me. Probably BC she was already past that stage. But things weren't going too well for about a month or two now, and looking back now I was unhappy with how things were going, and she had already stated to me how unhappy she was. She had the power in the relationship, BC, of the way she disrespected me, and knew how in love with her I was. And I honestly didn't listen to her when I should have, or wasn't there for her emotionally when I needed to be. But I was trying to communicate with her and work things out. But it seems she had just given up a long time ago. I had even brought up breaking up, but she said that she didn't want to break up. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. I was about to go on a trip and was going to be gone for a week. This was about the most we had been apart since dating. So I stayed the night at her place right before I was about to leave, and at this point it didn't even feel like I was dating the same person. So we were laying in bed and she was trying to stream something from her phone to the TV, and I thought I noticed the dating app downloaded on her phone. Then she got up and walked over to the TV for a minute and I noticed it was gone. I honestly thought I might have been crazy for a minute and was imagining things. So I said to her right before we were about to go to sleep that I was about to be gone for a whole week, and asked her if there has been anything on her mind recently that she wanted to talk about before I leave. And she said no. So what I did here may seem a little crazy, and I realize it may honestly be a little crazy. But I think it was kind of a subconscious decision because of how much I was telling myself I was happy and that things would eventually work out between us. Maybe I did this because I knew it was for my own good to find a way out or do something to try and make her run back towards me. I don't really know for sure, but I downloaded the app and made an account as a girl. She's bisexual. I found her profile and sent her a message. I left for my vacation and had honestly forgotten about it. Then she matched and messaged back. I was so upset that I called her right away and told her my friend just sent me this screenshot and sent it to her with her on the phone with me. I expressed how hurt I was and tried to find out what led her to this. She said she has been unhappy in this relationship for a while and agreed it was ducked up and wrong. She also said she was on there for attention, BC. I guess she felt she wasn't getting it from me. Which sounds like a bullshit excuse. After I called her back a few times angrily and expressed some frustrations, we both agreed it would be best if we waited until I got back and talked. During that time, she deleted our pictures on Insta and never said anything about deleting her profile and working on fixing our problems. So I pretty much knew it was over at this point. When I got back, we exchanged the things we had at each other's places and talked. She said she wanted to end things and that there was no coming back from this. She said I didn't deserve what she did to me and I deserve someone who could give me their all, and that wasn't her. I agreed but was still trying everything I could to keep her in my life. I said maybe it just wasn't the right time for us and we needed to take a break and figure ourselves out because we both hadn't have a lot going on in our lives right now, but she shot that idea down very quickly. I even said we could possibly be friends one day in the future, which she shot down as well and said it would be best if we didn't talk. So we said goodbye and I haven't heard from her in almost 2 weeks now. She unfollowed me on Insta and then I removed her on Snapchat. We are only friends on Facebook now, but I think she has me blocked from seeing her stories. I realize now it moved too fast and I got really attached, which pushed her away. But I guess I'm just confused because she was older than me and had way more experience with relationships than me. I think she may have been bored and unhappy with her life at the time we met and then kind of used me until she no longer needed me. But then I don't understand why she kept me around for so long. Maybe because she didn't know how to break up with me, or used me for validation and for what I could give her until something better came around. She did mention when we last talked, when I asked why she didn't just break up with me and why it led to this and her hurting me this bad, is that there was probably no way to end this without me being hurt. Anyways, now I realize how lucky I am now to have gotten out when I did, and know that I was so far up her ass that if it didn't end this way she could have stayed with me and done whatever she wanted still. I realize it was meant to work out like this for a reason and have learned a lot already from it. Mainly that I will never let someone else disrespect me like she did. I should have stood up for myself and told her how I actually felt and stood my ground more than I did. But I was blind and stupid at the time, lol. I just don't think I ever got a sincere enough apology from her, and I don't know if I ever will, because she hasn't really acted like she was that sorry about the whole thing. But I guess it kind of blindsided me because she never really gave me the vibes of someone who would do something like that, and she never gave me a reason not to trust her before that. Do you guys think I'm at fault at all? We're both partly at fault. Or is she the only one at fault? Do you think maybe she knew it was me that downloaded the app? If anyone has had any experience with a situation similar to this or has any input, any help or support is greatly appreciated. No, you are not wrong. She was definitely bored. You were an experiment. And she used you for the fun until she realized that you were the long-term kind. She is not coming back. I can assure you that. They usually don't. They move on too fast and too quickly. You should too, instead of waiting. I have been through something similar, and there are so many red flags that you'd find when you revisit the entire time a few weeks later from now. Right now, just do anything that helps you get back to yourself before you meet her. Edit. Also, you both are not at fault. She is. She should have managed your expectations. She should have let go when you wanted to break it off. Instead, she waited and wanted to arrange another branch to jump off to before she left you. She basically has wronged you. And I think you shouldn't take someone like that back in your life. It never ends well. These kind of people repeat this behavior over and over again if you let them. Also, do not for a moment think that she cares at all and live in a fog of dreams where she'd come back. She probably already found someone on the dating app from the timeline you've mentioned. Thank you for validating that. And yes, now I see all the flags that I should have realized way sooner, and I honestly don't know how I was so stupid. And I blame myself for that. But I can only move forward with what I know now. And don't worry, I've already moved on past the idea of that part of my life ever bringing any happiness. I've learned a lot from this, but the main 3 things that I've taken away is that 1. I will never let someone walk over and disrespect me like that again. 2. I will trust my gut and intuition more next time. And 3. I also have learned that in the end people get what they deserve. I know that I'm a good person and I'm not in the wrong here, so I will eventually get what I deserve and she will eventually get what she deserves. Also, I don't want her to but think she may eventually come back into my life at some point. She became pretty good friends with my best friend's girlfriend. My BFSGF is basically like a sister to me now. She also said the same thing, that it was ducked up and I didn't deserve any of it, and sees her completely different now and is very cautious of her. But she honestly had my whole friend group in shock after that. Nobody really expected that from her. But I guess people like that are just really good at hiding their true intentions. Because I don't think they feel the same emotions as normal people do. But who am I to say? I only dated her for 5 months. I'm not even gonna read this because I'm just gonna say, it's not your fault. If something is wrong in the relationship, you talk about it. Don't cheat. So no, if she cheated then that's all her fault. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.